Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Japan no Toyzu. We are back after a long while, back to standard definition, unfortunately, but there you go. Here today to have a look at a brave figure called Fighbird from the series Fighbird. So let's jump right into it and get some bravery down, because it's been a while since I've talked about a brave figure, and this one's, for what it is, it's fairly affordable. So, Fighbird, let's kick it off, guys. So we'll start off the Fighbird review with the Firejet, which is some kind of future space jet thing which some crazy professor made and then now can turn into a super space robot dude. Hey, brave series from Japan, what do you know? It's got a very nice shape and the colour scheme and placement on this guy is pretty good. It's very striking. It's a shame his feet are very easy to see at the back, but same for the fists as well, but I can get past it. Because overall, I think it's a fairly successful future jet kind of design, which works for the 90s, which is when this guy came out. Now, in terms of size, here he is next to Dragstrip and a more common Deluxe Vehicle. So you can just get a general idea of how big this dude is, because he's pretty long. You know, this is the deluxe toy in his vehicle mode, and it's about leg size, or back leg size. So, yeah, it's a pretty damn big jet. But he does also come with an accessory. It is this piece, the Flame Breaster, which I assume is another jet, because we do have a little cockpit on the front there, I assume. And, I mean, you can tell what these pieces click in, and yeah, it does the combination thing. And you can also, for some reason, stick it on the top of the jet here. I will try and click it on. Yeah, I'll take it away and put it on a bit more securely. There we go, and you can have this kind of effect if you want. It looks a bit dumb to me and ruins the aesthetic of the jet, but you know, it's an option at least, and it means you can store all of his bits on him. He does have guns, which move up and down. There are missiles, but I haven't put them in, but they do fire, of course, and we have an opening cockpit as well, which does stay open if you take off the Flame Breaster. So we've done that, and yeah, see, like I say. And what you can do is you can get Utaro here and you can shove him in the cockpit. He does, unfortunately, just lie down. He doesn't really sit. He's a very chilled pilot, I guess. But there you go, chilling in the cockpit, loving life as he flies around, looking straight upwards. But yeah, he just kind of lies down. So let's have a quick look at Utaro here. So we'll put him there and get rid of the Firejet. Oh, one thing to mention is it's cool that these flip away and hide quite nicely there. I mean, the front one doesn't hide quite as nice, but you know, it folds away well. So there you go. There's the jet. These are the feet, obviously. No idea there, but it's a shame this piece doesn't click in anywhere. If it did, it would be a lot more solid. The guns here can also move up and down if you choose to. But yeah, I just wish it would hold together a bit better. You have these pieces which you can push out for extra guns, I suppose. I don't know whether they're used in the show, as I haven't seen all of it. But yeah, so if you want some extra weaponry, well, there you go. You've got some options and a bit of playability. So let's have a look at Utaro, shall we? Yes, let's do that. Now, there's not much to say on Utaro. He's a very, very tiny figure with a very big package, ladies. What up? He's got a nice shiny chrome back and a lot of detail on him for his size. Oops. He only has one point of articulation, which is he can bend his legs so he can fold up into... Effectively, he is a Godmaster or a Power Master from Transformers in the loosest sense of the word. But let's take him and combine him with the Firejet to get Fighbird. So we have Fighbird here now in his robot mode, and we've gone basically from quite a white jet to a very, very blue robot, which is kind of a nice color transition, or transformation at least. He's a fairly striking robot. The shoulder pads are a bit weird aesthetic choice, but I do like the yellow bird effect on his chest. That's kind of neat. His back is also fairly clean. There's barely any kibble on there at all, which is really nice to see. And he has a fairly successful face sculpt. It's nice, clear, and yeah, it works for me quite well. So let's have a look at Fighbird's articulation. He has a ratchety shoulder, a nice big clicky one as well, which goes all the way around. Very soft and gentle click in his elbow. It's a little bit too loose, I think, but whatever. You can push the fist in. It would be nice if the fists locked a little better. They slide in and out a little bit too easily for my liking. But there you go, that's a small issue. No head turn, unfortunately. It is a solid piece. The legs click out in one direction, you know, and click in. So there's very little articulation in the legs, unfortunately. It would be nice if there are a few more clicks, because otherwise you're just kind of stuck in this pose. I don't know, with a few more clicks you could get him to be in a bit more of an aggressive looking pose rather than the stationary look we have here, but there you go. The shoulder pads do move up and down, so you can adjust them to whatever you like, but they need to really be pointed up for this mode. The back piece is all kind of locked together. It's quite a nice little transformation, I will say. It was fairly fun when I did it. And he does have a gimmick, well, at least here we do. We can pull out these parts, and he has knee missiles, or shin missiles. They don't come out, they are just stuck in there, for better or worse. And again, you can slide out these guns so he can have missiles and shin guns, if you're into that. I think it's a little bit silly, but there's something about it I can kind of get behind. It's not amazing, but it's like, oh, okay, shin missiles, why not? You know? But of course, when you get the Flame Breaster and you get Fighbird together, they can Buso Gatai. And now we have Fighbird. And once again, we've made a color transition from a very blue robot to a lot more of a mixed basket of colors. But they still nicely weave together. I really do like the fiery chest. It looks cool, and we've got the chrominess on his chest as well with the phoenix or firebird, if you would, which is kind of neat. I will point out a problem now that the stickers on his flamey chest are a little bit peely, but this is what you come to expect with these kind of toys. And even on the back, at this point, he's still not cluttered. He's a very clean robot. I mean, he has no articulation, but he's very clean. But speaking of the articulation, with this piece here, we have lost the bit of articulation we had. The arms can only move forward now to this point because of the chest design, and even the elbows can't bend too much, which is a shame. But that's about all the articulation. The guns can fold back though, and they actually fold nice and flush with how the back looks. And we do have a little thing we can pull out here, which is his sword. All chromed up, of course. It's quite nice. It's not too bad. It hides in there. I didn't have it in there before because for me, when I have this up, it doesn't really sit flush. So I don't know whether that's just mine or that's an issue with the toy, but there you go. The sword is quite nice in its design. It could have done with a bit more colour, but for what it is, it's got the Fighbird symbol on, and, you know, that whole... It feels like his sword, at least, which is good, even if it's not too colourful. And he can hold it, of course, but he can't really swing it around, as you would imagine. Oh. And we can also fold out these guns, which you could have done before, but I forgot to mention it. But yeah, so yeah, I guess he can shoot you or not. And let us move these guns forward, and there we go, put the head back down. And he's really tooled up for shooting dudes or slicing dudes, which is what I like. And then how about even we pull out some missiles and shin guns? How about that? Yeah, now yeah, I still think those shin guns are a bit weird, but he's a really nice looking toy, and he's pretty fun to play with. And for being one of the cheaper Brave toys out there to get, I would recommend him if you like this kind of simple transformation design. It's fun, it's fast, and I think it pulls out quite a cool looking robot in the end. Very samurai in its design and look, and I kind of dig that. And hey, with this, I only need one more of the Fighbird toys, and then I have all of them. So when I get Grand Bird, I think it is. I can make great Fighbird, and because, you know, series main robots always get a super mode, I'm looking forward at some point in the future to seeing what his looks like. So, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope it's been fun. It's been a while since I've done anything brave, and until next time, you know, keep that brave courage rolling.